Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2010 Renault Clio R.S. Now this is 668 horsepower, 682 pounds-feet of torque from a 2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,366 pounds, has all-wheel drive, off-road tyres and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 3.326 seconds, 0 to 100 in 5.948 seconds, and going to a top speed of 189 miles an hour. So this isn't the first modern-ish, Renault that we've had on this series. We had the Megane RS 250 not long ago, which is the fastest Renault that we've had so far. Granted, the only other two that we've had were older cars, so that's no surprise. But yeah, that Megane is also from 2010, so it will be interesting to see what this smaller Clio can do in comparison to that larger Megane. They are sharing the same engine with the same power and torque, so this should have the advantage being lighter and smaller, but some small cars can be a little bit difficult to control due to their small wheelbase and other aspects as well. But still, the stats look pretty solid. The speed, handling, acceleration, launch and braking are all really rather good. Off-road capabilities are a little on the low side, but still, we've seen far worse on this series. So hope this does well, because this is easily one of my favourite hot hatchbacks in stock form on this game, especially from 2010 onwards. So I do hope it does well. Aiming to at least match the Megane, hopefully can beat it, but yeah, who knows. This series isn't all that predictable in terms of what cars will be quick or not, which is one reason why I love it, because there's no real way of gauging what's going to be quick or not. Now, cars like this can be a little bit difficult to control, because obviously they're only front-wheel drive originally, had less than 200 horsepower in stock form. It was a decently quick car, but obviously not as quick as in terms of acceleration as it is now. Pretty sure we're doing 0 to 60 twice as quick as we were originally, and we're doing 0 to 100 quicker than we could ever get to 60 as well. So yeah, it's obviously a lot quicker, but obviously it's still got the same wheelbase, still got the same, it's got a higher centre of gravity now with the raised off-road suspension. So yeah, you're talking about quite a small, narrow car that has a higher centre of gravity, which can mean it could be a bit could roll over even, sorry. But more worryingly, it could be quite an oversteer car. We've seen that before in some short wheelbase vehicles, that they do have the tendency to oversteer quite heavily. This doesn't seem to be doing that right now. Obviously you can kick it out when you want to, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to do it on its own, volition. So yeah. Now we are pretty stable. Quite a grippy rear end for the most part, which is good to see. You can be a little bit more confident with it through the corners, or especially coming out of them. And being such a small, lightweight hatchback, it's obviously still quite nimble, even with all that extra power going through those front wheels. It's around its top speed in stock form, which is good to see. Proving to be pretty quick for now. I don't know if that will translate to a quick time, we'll have to see, but it does feel quick. Definitely feels a lot livelier than the Megane, which, as much as I like that car, it's still quite a large, heavy hot hatchback. It's not the lightest of things going. And luckily, despite this being quite a lightweight car, it's not thrown around too much. More than 100 miles an hour around that corner, and yeah, we are way quicker than the Megane. About 3 seconds, yeah, more than 3 seconds quicker than the Megane. pretty much 3.5 seconds quicker at 3 minutes 21.877 seconds, which, yeah, is not quite top 30. It is just outside the realm of the top 30, as it is just behind the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon and the Nissan Safari Z 370Z Safari Rally Tribute, but it is quicker than the MG MG6 X-Power, which had the same power as this, which just shows that this is such a lightweight, nimble car. Also quicker than the MG6 X-Power racing car version, the number 20, which we had in the previous episode, as well as the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, the Nissan Sentra Nismo, another front-wheel drive car that had less than 200 horsepower. That was given the same engine as this, I imagine. And yeah, as well as the Aston Martin DBX, Toyota Hilux AT38, Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, and another hatchback in the form of the MG MG3, although that was not a hot hatchback in its stock form. So yeah, that is pretty good. It did feel pretty mightily quick, and yeah, more than 3 seconds quicker than Megane is proof of that. And yeah, it had no real issues at all, really. Obviously it doesn't have the same level of power as some of the quickest cars on this series, which is ultimately what would slow this down, as up to about 140 is all we're really getting up to. But still, it handled well, was nimble, was agile, was quick for the corners, had no real oversteer issues, had no real problems with the jumps and the bumps, because lightweight cars, like I said, can have issues with that. Being as light as they are, they can get thrown around really rather easily, but this didn't have that issue at all. So yeah, on the whole, really impressed with this. So yeah, nonetheless though, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.